Hello, my beautiful Tauruses. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. I am conducting this reading on January 26, 2024, for the month of February 2024. This is a general reading, so if you have placements in the sun, moon, or rising signs of Taurus, this message is for you. And keep in mind that as it is a general reading, not all messages may resonate, but I believe there's something here for everyone. So I hope you will listen to the message. Taurus, it's so good to see you. I always get excited when I get ready to do our readings because I'm a Taurus also, and I feel as though Spirit is talking to me as well. So what I'd like you to do is get comfortable in your seat. I just want you to put your feet on the floor, ground your body, and I just want you to open up your heart chakra, and I just want you just to allow the messages to flow. And again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because it's not all going to fit, and I don't want you to have any misunderstanding. So what I did before I sat down is I pulled in my subscribers that are all the Taurus sign, and I sat and I asked my higher self what kind of messages that we would need in order for us to move swiftly, beautifully, peacefully, and gracefully through February. And the cards that were pulled for us, which I find amazing, is the first card was the Empress card, and the Empress represents Taurus. So for me, this is saying this is definitely our message. This is definitely for us. This does represent the divine feminine energy, of which, you know, we really resonate at this energy. This Empress embodies all the queens in the tarot into this one beautiful, amazingly skilled, talented, abundant, beautiful, in touch with nature, Empress. What I find interesting also is that on this card, she has this, looks like a pillow. It could be some kind of a sigil, but it is in the shape of a heart. And on there is the representation of Venus. So as this is the month of love, I'm sending love from my heart to all of your hearts. And I hope that you have a very beautiful, loving February. So this was the first card that pulled out of the deck. The second card is the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy. This is an energy of victory. This is also an energy of progression. So we will be making progress. This month is going to speed by for us. And the other thing is that we also got this Nine of Wands. So it may be a thing where you're going to be feeling like the wounded warrior this month. It feels as though you may be carrying a heavy load, or that there's a lot of expectation on you this month, okay? So the guidance that I got immediately when I saw the card was just make sure you take the time to take care of you. Get the rest you need, eat the food, the good foods that make you feel light, balanced, you know, in tune, those types of things. Make sure that you hydrate. Just take good care of yourself, okay? So those are our initial messages. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to pull cards for our reading. I will be pulling clarifiers, and then at the very end, I'm going to pull 5 main themes. Now, typically, if you've been watching me for a long time, I typically take myself off of the screen so you can focus on the cards. However, this time Spirit told me to stay on screen. So if I'm not looking at you, or if you see me, my eyes are kind of drifting all over the place, it's not that I'm not trying to connect with you. I absolutely am, but you have to realize that that connection is up here, more here, from our higher selves, right? And I find that my eyes do kind of just wander around the room as I'm getting the downloads as to what I'm meant to say, okay? The other interesting thing that happens with me in these readings is I don't remember them after I conduct them because the messages are not for me. But the only one I remember is this Taurus one because it is for me, right? Isn't that funny? Okay, so without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling our cards and see what we have in store. Now, what I do know that's happening on a planetary level is we are in the vibration of Aquarius. We did have Pluto move into Aquarius, which is a really big thing. I think it takes like, I don't know, 20 years or something for Pluto to move from one sign to another, because it is the outermost planet, right? So that makes sense. So Pluto moved into Aquarius. It's going to stay into Aquarius until I believe September timeframe. And then it's going to go retrograde back into Capricorn. And then once that process is completed, I believe it goes back into the sign of Aquarius and will stay there for the next 20, 21 years, something along those lines. So how is that impactful? Well, the planet Pluto is a planet of transformation. So it feels as though there's going to be a lot of transformation here on the planet because the last time I believe that Pluto was in Aquarius was during the revolution. So as all the things that are happening on the planet, once again, it is affected by the astrology and it is affected by the planetary alignments. So just things to be aware of. Also, we will have 6 planets in the sign of Aquarius during the month of February. Not all at the same time that I'm aware of. I'm not an astrologist, but these are messages that I pick up from people that I watch. And I just thought, wow, this is big. This is really big. So without further ado, here we go. Taurus, take a deep breath and let it out. We'll get through this together. We will get through this together. Okay, so this is what defines the reading, 5 of Pentacles. Our next step, the Emperor. Our blockages, 3 of Wands. Our strengths, Knight of Cups. And our outcome is the Fool. So we have 2 major arcana. Well, actually, we have 3. Now, what is interesting is when I look at this Empress, we also got the Emperor card, okay? This is our next step. So the energy that I'm picking up here is that the Empress represents all the 4 queens. And excuse me if I'm closing my eyes because this is how, if I'm shutting my eyes, I'm really connecting with my higher self for the messages, okay? So just so you're aware. Wait a minute, I need to drink water. I got a tickle. So as these are divine counterparts, this means that we, each of us, doesn't matter what gender you are learning to balance and operate from that highest level of masculine, feminine energy that you are able to tap into. We all have masculine, we all have feminine. We live in a duality planet. We live on this plane, we have masculine and feminine energy within our physical bodies. And so what this is showing me is that we are balancing that masculine and that feminine energy, and we are optimizing it for our highest and our best soul growth, as well as bringing that energy in for into our physical reality. We're grounding that energy in for us, okay? Quick note. Okay, so to start off, we have this 5 of Pentacles. Now, the 5 of Pentacles typically represents feeling as though you're being left out in the cold. It feels as though, as you can see, she's using her her love, her energy for healing, because, you know, we are a earth sign. We are natural healers in our own way. And if we ever see anybody that's hurt or wounded that needs our attention, we are usually the first ones that will go up and offer assistance. That's just the way our earth signs are. Can I help you? What can I do to help you? Right? So that's kind of what this energy represents. Now, the other thing that this card does represent as well is change. It is changes in terms of your finance. So maybe some of you have been feeling as though you have been really stressed out about money, or making ends meet, and it feels as though you never have enough. Okay. This card is basically saying that that is going to change for you. But the thing is it has to do also with your perspective. If you have the idea, or if you come from a place of lack, meaning that you're constantly trying to make it from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, and you never feel as though you have enough, now is a very important time for you to sit down in your meditations or whatever it is that you do as your spiritual practice and look at that space. Where is it that you're allowing that energy to be your guiding energy? Why do you feel as though you're always in lack? Is this a learned behavior? Is this something that happened through your childhood and you've always felt as though, you know, life always has to be a struggle? Can you change your perspective in a way that will allow you to come from a place of gratitude for the things that you have? What I am learning, what I've been teaching, and what I've been saying is that when you come from a place of gratitude and you can resonate that from your heart, meaning that you truly mean it, then more is going to come back to you. It's whatever you're putting out there is what is returning. So if you're putting out there that you're lacking or that you never have enough, what does the universe do? It says, oh, she's very comfortable with not having enough. She likes this struggle. It really truly is a lot of times down to choice. We are the ones that are the manifestors. We are the ones that create our reality. So if you're feeling those things, that's kind of what that energy is representing. So let's pull a couple of different cards as well to see what else Spirit wants us to know about the Five of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles typically does represent a career, a job, your money, your possessions, but it can also represent your health. So some of you may be feeling not very well. You might not be feeling very good. Maybe you feel like you're just constantly in this struggle because of your health. And the only advice that I can give you is the best way to tackle your health issues is through nourishing foods. Mother Gaia gave us so much abundance on this planet in terms of as long as we follow her guidance and eat the foods that are of her, we can nourish ourselves back to health. I have seen people who have changed their diet, who have completely eliminated diabetes in their as a medical condition for them. Diabetes 1 and diabetes 2. It could be that maybe you are needing a little bit more exercise, or maybe you're needing something else in your life. But let's see what else Spirit wants us to discuss here with this card of the Five of Pentacles. And fives are about change. So it's not like big changes, but changes coming in. And our first card is the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles. So this is progression. This is good. Two of Pentacles is a card that I typically look at in terms of balance. And it could be that you're going to have, maybe you're looking at a new job. Maybe you are in a role where you feel like you're not being appreciated, because this card does feel like you're being left out in the cold. You keep putting out and putting out and putting out, and you keep rising to the expectation level of performing, right? But for some reason, you're not getting the accolades, you are not getting the raises, you're not getting, for whatever reason. So it could be that you're really actually thinking about potentially looking for a new job, and there's going to be some options here. So a decision has to be made. What are you going to do? Is it a thing where you're just complaining? Is this just, oh, I'm worth so much more, and you're just complaining about the situation that you're in, you're grumbling, griping. And this is saying, get off the fence, make a decision, move forward, whatever it's going to be. The only person that can change your life and impact it in a positive way is you. And it all comes down to you, okay? Now, the other thing is maybe you do make that decision. It could very well be this Three of Pentacles is all about working in unity. Maybe you go to a headhunter and you say, these are my skill sets. I would really like a new job. And you work with a headhunter in that situation. Or it could be that you're given a couple of different ideas in terms of a project in your current role, and you need to get some help in working together to accomplish that goal. So it could be a number of things here that this is representing. But it looks like your next step is this Emperor. Now, the Emperor is all about focus. This is about leadership. This is about skills. The Emperor is also about authority. This Emperor embraces all the energies of the king, all the kings, and he is like the top banana, right? When I see this Emperor energy, it always reminds me of Donald Trump. Not Donald Trump, the president, but Donald Trump, the businessman. Because, Donald Trump, through his life, had a lot of successes, but he also had a lot of failures. He had a lot of things that he put his energy into. He got people motivated. He got people inspired. He's very creative. He has a lot of passion. I mean, if you even pay any attention to him now, it seems like the guy never sleeps. And so this energy is one of authority, and it is one of taking action, but he is also the master of his universe. So it's kind of like that's the energy that we need to embrace right now at this time. So let's get a few more cards to see what else we need to know. What else do our Tauruses need to know about this Emperor? I feel like maybe if you do decide that you are going to be leaving your current situation and moving into a new role, this is probably saying that more than likely you will be stepping into a leadership position. So it might be that you might have people that work underneath you, like in a manager type of a situation. Some of you may be bumping up in your current role or in your current company. They do recognize your gifts, your talents, and your abilities, and maybe you get some kind of a promotion as a result. Okay, so the first card is Four of Cups. Second card is Knight of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional stuff going on here. The Four of Cups is looking for emotional stability. So it feels as though not only are you looking for this financial, energy to come in so that you feel a little bit more settled in your finances, but it also looks as though that you're looking for some emotional stability as well. So if you look at her, she's looking off into the distance. She has these three empty cups here. And she's kind of mopey. Like if you look at her body language, she looks bored. She looks bored. I always call her this, I call her a brat. She's kind of like this brat energy, meaning that, she has had a lot of opportunities in her life and she's squandered a lot of those opportunities. And so now she's like, well, what am I going to do now? So But what she's not recognizing is because her attention is at the loss or at these empty cups, what she isn't recognizing is this beautiful band of beautiful color that's coming in. This right here is very similar to the Ace of Cups, which is a gift being handed to her from God. Like if you look, you can see that hand underneath that cup that is trying to be offered to her, but her attention is not on that opportunity. So this is a card of feeling stagnated in some area or not feeling as emotionally fulfilled as you would like. However, there is an opportunity coming in, and that opportunity is one that you will have to do something with. And should you do that, I feel as though it's going to level out your stability here. And then the other thing about the Four of Pentacles, no, this is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is that this energy is one of those energies of tapping into your knowing that no matter what, when things feel low or when you are feeling low, that there's always a place that you can go with, which is within yourself, and you can change that energy from within you. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is saying that there may be a new love opportunity coming in. The Knights are the action takers in tarot, and this Knight is quite chivalrous, meaning he believes in sweeping you off your feet. He wants to bring you the dozen roses. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He will write you really sweet notes. So this is perfect for February. So even though if you are feeling as though, you have this lack or this loss in some way, I feel as though this person is coming in and is going to lift your heart in some way. Okay, so the next card is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is in your obstacles position. The Three of Wands is a card of needing to take action, wanting to move forward. This guy is standing in a very comfortable place, and he's looking out there, making the decision, what direction do I want to go? He knows he needs to take action. He knows he wants to be moving forward. He has passion, motivation, and inspiration. But right now, he's standing on the sidelines because he is really doing an assessment, because he doesn't really know what direction to take. So let's get a little bit more information as to why this is a block. Why is this Three of Wands a block? Again, this is a second three for you. Threes are about creativity, right? And also working together as a team. So the story with the Three of Wands is he has sent out ships to go, he dispatched ships to go out to do something for him, and he's waiting for his ships to come in. Now, the thing about him is that he's standing here on the sidelines, looking out there and not taking action. And the issue is that he really does need to take action. He needs to move forward. He can't stay stuck. He needs to move forward. But let's find out why he's stuck. Let's see if we get some clarity, please, for our Taurus for this Three of Wands. And the first card is the Lovers. Interesting. Second card is Temperance. Two major arcanas to clarify. And the first one is the Lovers card. So the Lovers card is a card of love. It is a card of romance. It's also a card of partnership. It is a card of creating healthy boundaries as well. So this is a card of choices. And then we have the Temperance card. This is really interesting. So this is a major arcana. There could be love coming in. And as I had mentioned, this Knight of Wands could be coming in. So there is this potential of this love connection. However, this is in your blocked energies. So it could very well be that right now you really aren't very good at creating your healthy boundaries. Or it could be a thing where you're allowing your romance to be front and center, and you are having a hard time concentrating on this career change, right? The other thing that is coming in is this Temperance card. If you look at the Temperance card, again, there is this balance of dark and light. This is there is an infinity sign here, which is kind of that energy of give and take of the flow. This is the energy of higher energy, higher spirit and physical. And this is also a card of patience. So it could be that this romance is coming in for you, and the Temperance card is saying, don't rush it. Don't rush into this relationship, because there's a lot of unknowns that you're looking at. There's a lot of things here that you are really wanting to do and to accomplish. So it's kind of like you need to find the balance between the potential of this new relationship, as well as balancing out this financial new job type of energy here. I just realized. So your strength is this Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Cups is the same gentleman that is in this Knight of Cups. So you've got the Knight of Cups twice. So evidently somebody's coming in that is a person that is going to really capture your heart. They really want to they want to have a warm, loving relationship with you. And as this is kind of like a new beginning for you, this is actually going to be your strength, because I think that of the two of you, since he likes to lead with his heart, you like to be very grounded. So I think you are the one that's going to ground this energy for the both of you. He's like ready to go. He really wants to move forward. He wants to pursue you. He's got his eyes on you. He wants you, Taurus. So let's get some clarity on this Knight. And he could be providing you with a lot of love in this relationship that allows you to get past this Four of Cups feeling where you're just looking for emotional stability. So I think he may be coming in and balancing that out. The other thing that I got too as well is that maybe some of you are in your job, you do travel. And if that's the case, it feels as though maybe a trip is coming up that would cause you to have to leave your current circumstances to go do this work, whatever that may be. And that may be putting this new Knight of Cups on hold, right? And it's just saying it's all going to work out. Just have patience. And it will work out the way it is meant to. You just got to trust. Okay, so let's see. Clarifiers for the Knight of Cups, please, for Taurus for February. Isn't that fun if you get a new love in February? Okay, your first card is 10 of Wands. This is in your strengths position. And the 6 of Cups. Okay, so some of you may be feeling as though you've been carrying a heavy load, and you really have a lot on your plate. And it could very well be that this Knight of Cups is saying, oh, let's go out and play. And you're saying, I would love to, except I am carrying these heavy burdens. But it looks like to me, like the 10 of Wands is, a completion card. So it feels as though at any time you can put that load down and you can pick it up again whenever you are ready to pick it up. The other part of it is, so as you can see, it looks as though she's traveling, she's going somewhere, she's got all of her stuff with her, all of her baggage as well. So if you are getting into a new relationship, you need to put that baggage down in order for you to be able to enter this relationship in a balanced, healthy way, okay? And as this is in your strengths position, I think you recognize that. The other thing is then you've got the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is a card of persevering, moving forward, but it's also a card of nostalgia, kind of looking back at previous relationships and really evaluating like where your strengths were, where your weaknesses were, what you really want in your current life. Now, the thing I will say about this nostalgia card is you can't stay there. You can't compare your current situation to anything that you've had in the past. For one thing, that is not fair to this individual coming into your life. The other, but at the same time, it's very difficult to realize, if it's a situation where in your past you were hurt deeply because a person cheated, or there was infidelity, or there was a lack of connection in terms of you felt you really wanted to have this connection with this other person, and that other person was kind of like, lackadaisical and wasn't as serious. I feel as in this new relationship, you are meeting someone who is your emotional equal, okay? So now we have the Fool card, which is the final outcome, which is a lovely card because that means that you are starting this whole romantic experience and the potential of a new role, this new job, which is so funny because every reading I've done so far has been about relationships and career. So it feels as though you're going to be quite happy starting over. The Fool is the first card in the tarot. The tarot is built on the Fool's journey. And he goes from being the 0 card, because he's the very first card, and he goes through all the major arcana, the ups and downs, the darks and the lights, the funs and the not so funs, to get all the way to the World card. So it feels as though this is going to be a new start for you. New opportunities are coming in. You are going to be having companionship. Here's the dog, which is loyalty, companionship, which is exactly what you would want in a romantic relationship. And then the other thing is I see this white rose here that he has on his, what is that? Is he carrying, oh, it's on his wand, his knapsack, whatever it is. But there is that white rose, which is about purity and compassion and heart connectedness, right? Now, he also has this feather in his cap, so he's just like ready to go. He's like moving forward. He's just going to trust that wherever it is that he's being taken or wherever his journey will take him, he is open to that. So it feels as though you're going to go from this kind of miserable, kind of closed down, looking for emotional stability to a brand new beginning here. So let's get some clarity. It's a beautiful card. The other thing, it's gold. That means that it is divinely guided. You've got the sun shining on you, which bringing you joy, happiness, fulfillment, all the fun things. Peace, inner peace, but adventure as well. He's like ready to go. He wants to see what the world is going to bring to him. The world is his oyster. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. This reading is really interesting. Okay, so your first card is the Six of Pentacles. So that's a give and take, right? That is an energy of give and take. It does have to do with finances, but it also has to do with your gratitude. Your second card is the Ace of Swords. Yes. Okay, through this process, you are going to have this energy. Once again, look at that infinity sign, all that symbolism. That's that give and take. It's going with that flow, being in touch with that energy that is from the divine, tapping into that divine energy, that higher vibration, right? If you're coming from that area all that beautiful stuff will come in for you. And then it looks like you're going to have an epiphany, some kind of awakening or an aha moment. This has to do with the way that you think about something or how you express new communication, the way you make decisions. This is another opportunity coming in for you. And this is actually very beautiful, Taurus. What a great way to end your reading. This looks beautiful. Okay, so if you've made it this far, I'd absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe. It does not cost anything to subscribe. Basically, what it does is it helps me boost my numbers and get more subscribers so that my videos go farther. But the other part is I give this from my heart, and this would be a beautiful way for you to return that love back to me. Okay, so your 5 main themes to close out your reading are, drum roll. Oh, wait. A fair man. Dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay, so take it out, it resonates. Kangaroo. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Bird flying, news is on the way. Yeah. And then we have a fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. You can't make this up. You saw me just pull it. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, and your last card is lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Oh, Taurus, this has been such a pleasure reading for you. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your love and light with me. From my heart to your heart, I hope you have a very blessed, happy, joyous month, as well as your Valentine's Day. So until next time, take very good care of you. Love and light, and cheers.